Hello everyone, welcome to Educating Young Minds. So today we will study first chapter of class 7 science NCERT, that is nutrition in plants. This is part 1 of the video. After watching part 1, do watch part 2. The link is provided in the description box below. Also, I have made this video in Hindi language also. I recommend you that you watch this chapter in both the languages to understand it completely. So before starting the chapter, if you haven't subscribed to Educating Young Minds, then do subscribe, do share it with your friends and do like the video. So let's start our chapter. All of us know that food is necessary for our survival. Just as petrol or diesel is fuel for the car, food is fuel for our body. We need food to carry out our daily activities. We also know that there are two main sources of our food, plants and animals. We get rice, pulses, wheat, fruits and vegetables from plants, and similarly we get eggs, milk, meat, fishes and chicken from animals. We also know that animals depend on plants and other animals for their food. Remember, we studied about herbivores, carnivores and omnivores animals. So now we know that both human beings and animals depend on plants and animals for their food. But have you ever thought, what do plants eat? What is the source of plant food? Do plants also depend on someone else for their food? Let's try to find out. So we'll try to find out that do plants also depend on others for their food? The answer is no. Plants are the only organisms that can prepare food for themselves by using water, carbon dioxide and minerals. Now suppose you are planning to make rice today. You would need rice grains and water, right? Similarly, plant needs water, carbon dioxide and minerals to prepare its food. So water, carbon dioxide and minerals are the raw materials required by plants to prepare its food. We will now study about nutrition. So nutrition is the mode of taking food by an organism and its utilization by the body. Broadly, there are two modes of nutrition, autotrophic and heterotrophic. The word auto means self and the word trophos means nourishment. It means self-nourishment. So, the mode of nutrition in which organisms make food themselves from simple substances is called autotrophic nutrition. Now, we will talk about heterotrophic nutrition. The word heteros means others and the word trophos means nourishment. So, the mode of nutrition in which organisms do not prepare their food themselves and depends on others for their nutrition is called as heterotrophic nutrition. Let's understand this with this diagram. So autotrophic mode of nutrition is the nutrition in which organisms prepare their food themselves. Such organisms are called autotrophs. The example is plants. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition is the mode of nutrition in which organisms depends on others for their food. Such organisms are called as heterotrophs and the examples are human beings, animals and few plants. Yes, we human beings are also heterotrophs because we depend on plants and animals for our food. Now, we know that plants can prepare their food themselves. Now it's time to understand some more aspects about it. So, the first question which we need to understand is, how do plants prepare their own food? In which part of the plant food is made? And from where plant gets raw material for its food preparation? We will try to understand each of these questions in detail. So, the first question is, how do plants prepare their own food? The answer is by a process which is known as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the food making process in plants. The second question was, in which part of the plant food is made? So just as we prepare our food in our kitchen, Plants prepare their food in their leaves. Yes, leaves are called as the food factories of plants. Now, the next question is, from where plant gets raw material for its food preparation? We already know that water, carbon dioxide and minerals are the raw materials which are required by plants for its food preparation. So we will now try to understand from where do plant gets these raw material. So plant gets carbon dioxide from air, plant gets water from soil and plant gets minerals from soil. Okay, now suppose you are planning to make a dish in your kitchen. What will you do? You will collect all the ingredients and you will take all these ingredients to your kitchen and then you will prepare your food, right? Similarly, plants also take all the raw materials to leaves because we already know that plant food is prepared in leaves. So plants also take all the ingredients or raw materials to leaves and then they prepare their food. Now, it's important to understand that how these raw materials are transported to leaves. We know that plants take carbon dioxide from air and plants take water and minerals from soil. So, let's understand how leaves absorb carbon dioxide from air. So, basically, there are tiny numerous pores present on a leaf surface. These pores are called as stomata. And through this stomata, plants absorb carbon dioxide from air. These stomata are surrounded by guard cells. Okay, now we will understand how water and minerals reach leaves. So water and minerals reach leaf through this pipe-like structure known as xylem and phloem, which are present in roots, stem, branches and leaves of a plant. So through these pipe-like structures, water and minerals are transported from roots to leaves of the plant. I hope you understood this. Okay, now it's time to understand about photosynthesis in detail. So we know that photosynthesis is the process through which plants prepare their food, but there is one important point which you need to understand. The process of photosynthesis occurs only in the presence of sunlight. So photosynthesis occurs only during daytime. Plants have numerous green pigments known as chlorophyll pigment which help leaves to capture sunlight. This is the reason why human beings cannot synthesize their own food like plants, because human body does not have chlorophyll, which can capture solar energy, and chlorophyll is the only component that can absorb solar radiation. So now you can say that without solar energy, photosynthesis is not possible. Or you can also say that sun is the ultimate source of energy, because without sunlight, photosynthesis cannot happen, plants cannot prepare their food, and we depend upon plants for our food. Know that chlorophyll present in leaves will help absorb sunlight. Stomata present in the leaves will help to absorb carbon dioxide from the air. Similarly, roots will absorb water and minerals from soil, and xylem and phloem vessels will transport it to the leaves. Now the process of photosynthesis can be described by this equation. Carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll pigment produces carbohydrates and oxygen. Oxygen is produced by plants during the process of photosynthesis. So with this, part 1 of the chapter ends. The link to part 2 is provided in the description box below. Do watch part 2 and understand the chapter completely. Do provide me your feedback also, and also don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Educating Young Minds.